possible, dude, that we could, when we start, have a theme song play through the computer or something? Like the one that Aaron made? Like, is that even
It's definitely doable.
Wouldn't that be kind of dope? It's like during that
That would be really dope.
that period of time where we're just like chilling,
Yeah.
putting our headphones on.
That would
and just
be-
blasting.
But it's got to be like elevator music. Like, or like yacht music.
Yeah, like smooth jazz. I think you're right. Annie said she's not going to make it this week.
What?
I know. And she was cryptic about it. Want to hear what she said?
Yeah, what did she say?
And I quote, "I will not be in the call tonight, but for a great reason. I'm doing the bestest thing of my whole life." I was like, that's the Anthem Network. What
party or what?
is that not the Anthem Network? I don't.
Yeah. Where is she? What is she doing?
She didn't respond. She gave me nothing. I know.
What's better than
Sir Hall,
being
welcome.
on an Anthem Network call?
I know. Jacob knows what's good.
Hey. Check 1, 2. What kind of mic are you running? Okay. I have a Scarlett at home. Those dang Scarletts.
I have a Scarlet. You have a
I
Scarlet.
have a Scarlett.
Did yours break?
The first one broke because Chad, our old bandmate, shipped it to me, and it got soaked. The box got soaked in the rain, and so half the channels didn't work. So I had to buy another one, even though I just bought it off of him.
Bummer. I still have my other one. I have two.
Wow.
Trace, are you in a green room right now?
Do you think you're better than us right now?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Ha! That's all he gets to see. I'm gonna next time write a note like, take that, Trace. So he has to look at that, look at that the whole time. Dude, I liked your piece of content where you're like getting out of the van and you're like, ugh, and then bam, you're on the stage. Stay relevant.
I didn't think it was cringy.
I thought it was really good actually. Gio says she hated it, but we thought it was really cool. Is that what you said? Oh, no,
okay.
she said she thought it was
You
great.
can just not pay her this week.
Okay. We'll do it. Yeah. For her. Are they allowed to do that? Is that part of the members? They get to choose where their subscription goes to. So make sure like it doesn't go to Gio. Yeah, it's like tithing. Yeah. Take that, Gio.
There he is, Mr. Humphers.
Bullying our employees. Hey, Humphers, welcome, sir. It's been a minute, man. I randomly shot Jared a text because once again, this
You
happens
sent it to the
all
wrong Jared,
the time.
didn't you?
There is an I. There is an I. That is the difference between Jared Humphers and Jared Humphreys. An I.
We know two Jareds.
What are the chances of that? The amount of texts that I fire off to you, Jared, and then he responds to me a day later like, hey, I don't think this was for me.
And it's funny because him and I have group chats also with the other Jared.
But I have solo chats as well with.
Yeah. And so I was like, today, because we had a call with the other Jared today. And I was like, hey, I was about to be like, hey, man, are you on for today? And I almost texted you.
Dude, it's
So
so
weird.
easy. It is so easy to do that.
No.
The complete opposite. He's like finance. So
No.
like no relevancy at all. So it's hilarious because I send Jared stock questions and then he's like, hey, this isn't for me. Like stuff like that. Freeze.
Humphreys.
Just an I. Yeah. Maybe you guys are related. Like maybe
Would you end up be like the one removed? Like
That's
how
what
they
I'm
say like
saying.
once removed, but they remove the I?
yeah.
Is that what that means?
Bro, you might. We should connect them in a text thread so that they can know. That would accomplish a lot for them.
I think Trace is at camp. Are you at Ridgecrest, Trace? You might be busy. Oh.
Very nice.
Cool.
How'd the van drive for the first trip? Dude. It looked baller. You stepping out of there, I was like, that's a nice van. Really? Did you sleep well in the reclining chairs? Like do they actually let you sleep well? Oh, I believe it. We have to get a van.
Just to sit in the parking lot.
Just so we can go live from the van. Dude, and then no one would ever know where we technically are because we'd just be in the van, and then we get out and we're in Trace's front lawn.
We just drive to everybody's house. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they would just what? Surprise interviews that they can't refuse because we're in their front lawn. We're like, great.
We actually talked about renovating a van and putting a little podcast setup in
Once
there.
we have the podcast up and running, wouldn't it be funny if like we just show up places?
That would be funny.
I think that'd be great. This is the important stuff, guys. Yep, just hey, Annie's not here tonight,
not gonna
so
be
she
here.
can't enforce first hour versus
So we can make
second
fun
hour.
of her.
Yep. That's the rule. That is the rule. Who else we got on here? Jason Knight, welcome, sir. Good to see ya. We got Amy in the house.
Rocking it.
Welcome, Amy. And just like that, somebody bounced.
Humphreys is gone. Oh, he's back.
Well, normally there's an Aaron on this call.
See you later.
Peace.
Have fun on stage.
You didn't want to hear
He's
the good.
literally wearing his in-ears.
Guess he didn't want to hear the good news. Oh, you did want to hear the good news. How much time do you have? 30 seconds? Trace, I decided last week, I don't know if you saw that post about how I'm always seeing your icon visible on the network whenever I'm on there. You're putting in work. Yeah, so we're awarding you a gold star, Trace. Are you up to 2? Bro.
He's keeping track.
Yeah, that was the first one. No, for real. Guys, like, it is something special for me to spend a week and a half working on courses for hours and hours, and every time I look over, Trace is the only one there with me on the school at like 1 a.m. putting in work. I'm like, okay, this guy's doing some stuff. Well,
Just take.
he's like,
Just take the star. And
just
run.
take the star, Trace.
Take the star.
Take,
Just get out of there.
you're saying too much. Just take the star.
Jason doesn't know that school sometimes glitches out
Well-
and your photo stays there.
I was like, bro's putting in work. Okay, so we've decided to remove 2 stars from Trace for lying, trying to cheat the system.
That's funny.
He's back to 0. But no, we are gonna give. He's been putting in work. He's been hitting the start here courses and hitting all the basic stuff. Bummer that Aaron isn't here today. I'm gonna just shout him out.
It's a busy season. What's up, Jarrell? Welcome back.
I have to plug Trace's star in to make sure. Well, let's dive into it.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Well, we got a little bit of a smaller group tonight. This will be good. I don't have to deal with the traces anymore. Thank
Talking with
goodness.
Jarrell, and might be nice to, because we're talking about giving him a hot seat. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
Where we plan an upcoming week where we just highlight an artist and just break down your whole strategy and everything. But not to put you on the spot, we could do it a different week, but I know we talked about doing that.
Are you on your mobile phone right now, or are you on a desktop, Drew?
You might be on a phone.
Got
Oh, no, you're
you.
good. We could plan another week.
Okay.
But just wanted to plant the seed for everybody. If you ever want us to
Yeah.
break down what you're doing,
Yeah, it could be
we could
easier.
schedule a week.
Yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but when you go mobile vertical, you don't actually see us at all. It just goes down the middle. So that's kind of one of the drawbacks. Well, I was hoping Timmy would be on the call tonight because he had 2 really good posts in the community that I wanted to dive into with him.
He's busy.
Wait, huh?
Yeah, he's busy.
VBS. Isn't he a little old for that? What's the age
How did he
cutoff
get
on
in?
VBS? Security comes like, sir, you can't be here, man. Well, guys, how is all of your music journeys going? Anything that you're currently working through that is worth chatting about? Yeah. Cool. Okay. So Jarrell this week, he posted 2 different names that he's considering right now for his music career. I don't know if you guys all saw that. The first one is his name, Jarrell Michael. And then the second one was His Disciple. Oh, am I getting it wrong?
Jarrell Michelle. Oh, that's way
Dude,
better.
I've been saying Michael in my head since you've joined the group. Dang. Thank you for correcting me. Dude, that rhyming,
I like
Jarrell
that.
Michelle, that feels cool. The other name that he was in between was His Disciple. And I've kind of been thinking on it too, because from one aspect, I think His Disciple would come off like immediately, like, okay, we know that that's like a Christian brand, but also I might actually be leaning back towards Jarrell Michelle. That's where I'm at.
I think that's dope. Yeah, Jarrell
That is
Michelle.
a cool name.
Yeah.
Jarrell, have you looked on Spotify to see if anybody else has used your name that you're wanting to yet? You should share your screen. So this is something that we love
These are
to
profiles.
do anytime we are thinking about launching a new brand or a new artist name, is we always first search up the name on Spotify before we fall in love with the name, because every now and then we get really excited about a new artist name or brand name or collective name, and then we hop on Spotify and there's like 10 of them, and we're like, ugh, we're not even going to deal with it, because every now and then those people will upload music and then it accidentally goes under our profile, and it just kind of turns into a mess keeping that stuff separate. So that's why the first thing is like, okay, so are there any copies of
There's
Jarrell
one
Michelle?
Jarrell. No.
No Jarrell Michelle?
No.
You're in the clear. Hey, that's actually
You, my friend, are original.
What about His Disciple? Check that.
Did I spell it wrong?
Nope.
Disciple.
D-I-S, is it? Is it dis?
Yeah,
Is it
disciple.
D-I-S-I-P? It's an I instead of an E.
Oh.
D-I-S-C-I-P-L-E.
So one guy, his disciples.
Plural. No, but no singular? No singular.
His disciple HD.
High definition. Did you release a song under that? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you're in the clear with both of those, so that's great. That's not often that both of the or all of the artist names that you're in between are available. So that's huge. Okay, so that's one aspect. That's good. Was there anything else that we're going to touch on?
Well, seems like the next step would be get a release on there, and then after that, get your profiles claimed. What we usually do is like we'll drop like a song so that we can get
just one single,
just one single, so that we can get the profiles claimed after that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because one thing that kind of gets looked over is making sure to get the profiles claimed on all the major streaming platforms. A lot of them get overlooked. The amount of artists that we know that still don't have Amazon Music claimed or Apple Music and are only focusing on Spotify, or maybe haven't gotten YouTube music and everything cleaned up. Those are the big 4 right away. So our strategy is always, okay, if we have the name, if we have the brand, we know what we want to do with this, we're going to get a single out as quickly as possible so that we can lock in the name, claim all the profiles. So that's usually our strategy. I did see that it looks like you're starting to work on mapping out the upcoming album or upcoming project, Drew. Okay. Cool. Are these are there any covers or are they all originals? Sweet. At first I thought Peace Be Still was going to be the who does that originally? It's a worship song, isn't it?
Well, I know Lauren Daigle did a version of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if she wrote it. But.
Cool. Well, dude, this is exciting, and it's kind of funny, man. Like, yes, the prepping and like all this stuff is good, but there's also an element of, man, just getting one of those songs out there and starting to do the thing, and then like figuring it out as you go can be another element to it. So I guess maybe take that as you go too. It's like not necessarily aiming for the brand to be perfect.
Yeah, it sounds like you just have to
just being willing
just
to
go in a direction.
Take a shot, see
release
if it works,
the song,
yeah.
claim the profiles. Do you have, I don't think you mentioned production. Are these all in production, or are these songs that you've written and that you finally got them written down?
Cool. Cool. Cool.
So you found your producer, and you said, have you worked with them or no before?
Yeah. Hmm. Yep. Yep.
How are you doing on funding? If you find the producer that you like, are you able to afford all 12 songs in a relatively short time,
like
or
splits versus paying full, or like what type of strategy are you taking for that? Curious. Cool. 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 Okay.
okay.
Cool. Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Yeah, it sounds like. Go ahead.
Yeah. And it might be worth reiterating this again too. This project, Jarrell, we did this album for free because, we both leaned into individual skills that we had. I did the piano side of stuff. Joey would do the guitar side of stuff. We could handle all the arrangement, and then we cut a deal with our mix and master for the guy. So there's always ways to get creative when you have to, especially early on. And man, early on is when there's the most risk associated with releasing music, because early on, that's when you can drop a song and there could be crickets because the streaming platforms haven't figured you out yet. So yeah, if you can find ways to diversify some of that risk and not necessarily have to take that all on, and save that money for more of the marketing side of things, that's always a safe bet.
It also sounds like you need to find your guy too, your producer.
The go-to.
Find your, because for us, we did a handful of projects with our mix master, and we would send him piano, guitar, vocal stems, and he would put it together, maybe add a little shaker, a little percussion, and he would polish it up, and he would take a split of the final track, and that is what we did for a couple albums. And so if you can find somebody that's willing to work with you, then you can actually get into a rhythm with executing on these 12 songs.
Yeah. Cool. Great, dude.
And every producer is different. It's kind of like a band, like bandmates or songwriters. It's like you have to find the person you vibe with.
Yeah.
And every producer is different. They have different musical tastes and experiences, and you might vibe with a different producer. And sometimes it just takes a couple tries to find the person that gets your sound that you're thinking in your head.
But all in all, dude, it's good to hear that you're motivated and you're moving forward with this. I know in one of your posts, you were just kind of mentioning that, man, you're you're finally feeling motivated, taking that initiation, like feeling inspired. Like that's huge. And hopefully this network kind of fuels that for you. Being around other people doing it, hopefully that keeps you going. So keep us posted as you're going along this journey. Yeah. Cool. Back at you, dude.
We're glad you're here.
Glad you're here, man. Well, okay. Anybody have any thoughts, observations on that? Otherwise, I think it would be fun to hear what you've been up to lately, Mr. Humphers. Because I know that we left off like a month ago and you were talking about a music book potentially that you're writing and then leaning into actually taking more lessons and leveling up your piano skills. And I know you're also releasing a lot more solo stuff now. So it'd be good to hear kind of what you're up to. Dude, whatever you're working through, it'd be fun to just hear where your mind's at with it all. Cool. Nice. Bro, you and us both. Yeah. You know what? I don't think I ever got to take.
I think
Theory
I only got
four.
I only got through 2.
I
Yeah,
might have
didn't-
only
I
gotten to.
Stopped at 3.
I might have only gotten 2, dude. I might have only gotten the good stuff.
We
and
only had
bounced.
we only had to do 2.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Bro,
You
you're gonna say exactly
I was
what
gonna
I'm
say
gonna
you
say. Okay,
should
you say
you
it.
should connect with David Green. He is in this group. He is kind of running parallel with you. He's been doing a lot of instrumental stuff with us.
He actually is just jumping on as like a face and member of Words Fall Short.
You
and
guys are like
Amplify.
have been working like in parallel with the piano key stuff.
You didn't actually say what I thought you were gonna say though.
I don't know what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say, bro, you need to start a school group.
That too.
Have you considered it? Okay. Mm-hmm. So, dude, I would start the group right now. And this is coming from someone, I was in your position a few years ago. I had 10 or 12 students that I was actively teaching every week. And I wish I would have started that, because not even to make it live right away, so that when I get done with a lesson, I can take the ideas from that and work on the course while it's all fresh. And it's only like $10 a month to start the school community and start to be able to not make it live if it's not ready, but at least start moving stuff around and plugging information in and strategizing on the courses and getting your photos ready. Because you could spend a few months like getting all of that worked out. But bro, we just actually had a call tonight with a mentor of ours who were helping him set up his school community as well. And we were saying like, bro, you've got such a community of people already that love you, respect you, are all in with you. That is when you want to get video testimonials where you say, hey, can you guys just pick up your phone and give me a quick 30, 60 second, hey, are you getting anything out of this? Is this good? Like, would you recommend my services? That's where you really start to build the marketing, because now I haven't taught lessons in a couple of years. You know, I occasionally have a couple students that hit me up for lessons over the weekend and stuff, but now I don't have those relationships as solid because I haven't kept up with them in 2 years because I moved. I left the state. So now it would be more difficult to reach back out and say, hey, could you all give me a 30 to 60 second testimonial? They're like, who are you? Oh, Jason, it's been a minute. Why are you, like they probably would because we had a great relationship, but see how it's less convenient now? Like it's less of the obvious thing that makes sense. So if I were you, dude, I would look at it like this, like you are in the early stages of prepping and building what you could turn into a very successful online lessons platform, and you could still do the in-person stuff. You don't have to stop that. You use them as the guinea pigs, and the courses and the layouts and just like the testimonials and building everything and trying new things out. I think you're sitting in a spot where you would be really grateful for yourself starting that now sooner than later. Even with listing like this book that you're working on and your number system, bro, it's literally built for this. Yep. Yeah. Good. Yeah. You wanna know the phrase that comes to mind right now? I think I brought it up on past calls. Bloom where planted. It's like, okay, maybe I don't necessarily want to be the teacher, but also I really enjoy it and I'm already doing it. This happened to me, dude. I wasn't looking to teach lessons ever. Like that wasn't the thing that I was actively excited about. And then someone reached out and said, hey, can you teach my kid? And I'm like, I got nothing better to do, sure. And then another referral. And pretty soon I'm like, I'm actually enjoying this. Am I a teacher? I think I'm a teacher. This is fun. Like, so I would encourage you to lean into that, dude, because I know firsthand you have the skill sets in this area with the work that we've done with you, with the collaborations and such. Seems like from our perspective that this is in alignment. So yeah, I would consider going for that. And if you do decide to do that, reach out to me or Joey, and we'll help walk you through the process, setting up the account, because we're actually looking for a few more people in the community that we can walk through from the early stages and like help you guys develop and create your strategies around it. Because there's a lot that goes into it that we've learned over the past 8 months of running this school group. So there's like a lot of little things that, if you can get it right initially when you set up the group, it saves you a lot of pain, a lot of headache.
Have I told you about my school group, Jared? Have you heard about it? Okay.
It's sort of a big deal. Everybody's heard about it.
I have the exact blueprint. Just copy it for piano.
Actually, though. No, he actually does. Worship guitar mastery, just same thing for piano.
Yeah. And it depends on how big you want to, or how much of a job you want this to be. But you could replace a good chunk of your income by doing a community group rather than trying to fill up your 40 hours a week with lessons. You could do really well with lessons, but your time is very demanded. And if you can start a school, then you can maybe only do a couple lessons a week, one-on-one, or none at all, and you'd have a community, and it's still built around the knowledge that you have.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
do you have fans? Like people, yeah, you have a fan in your room. Great. Glad you're staying cool.
One right there too. 2 fans.
I mean, the thing is, like, you have a bunch of music, so you could literally make lessons around how you play your own versions of your music.
Oh, the content, yeah, for
because
days.
As soon as you start making your content of here's how I look at Nashville numbers, here's how I play this song that I recorded and it's also on Spotify, you can tie in a lot of that together. And there will be piano players that are fans of you and how you play. And it's the same thing for me, like on guitar, the way that I play, I put my own twist on a lot of these popular worship songs that people have to learn anyway for Sunday, but I just add my own little twist at licks, things, whatever, and then I end up having people that want to learn how I approach the songs.
So guys, I don't know if you know, so Jared's been crushing on Spotify for a while, and he's done a lot of collaborations, and we've done a lot of collaborations with him, and he's done some with some other people too, and it's kicked off quite a few millions of streams across this music. So like it definitely has done well, and like you have proof of concept here. So that's the exciting thing. Like you have proof that people already enjoy your music and like the music, and the brand alignment for being a solo pianist. I think I said that wrong. For being an artist though with that, and then also leaning into teaching, like that community can easily blend those two things together so well. So I think you could crush that. To answer your question around how to make it personal, right? And not just, oh, I'm going to buy your course and then, okay, I bought the course. Let me ask you this. Would you say that the Anthem Network has a personal touch to it, or more of the, I'm going to buy your course and disappear? No harm. Say whatever you want. We won't be offended. Yes. And that's the whole point of these calls. And that, as well as the community section. If you're ever active in there, and look, we are active in there pretty much every day. Anybody that's posting and commenting, we will get back to you quite quickly and have a great conversation in there to solve the problem. Those are 2 ways that separates this school community group from a typical, oh, go buy my course. Well, they go buy the course, but they never have an interaction with you. It's just the recorded stuff. So that is why I would say the school concept, this community concept, we can walk you through exactly how we approach it, what we do, but there are ways to keep personality, keep relationships in it. And personally, I think that's more fun anyways.
And what ends up happening is like you have your PDF, obviously, and you have your courses, but the community becomes the product. and the courses and the PDFs are just support for that.
Yeah.
Something you get as a part of it.
Have any of you realized yet or come to the realization that, oh, yeah, okay, so like we come to the group, obviously Jason, Joey, they know what they're talking about, we can get the results, they have great courses, but also like I'm starting to get to know everybody. It's kind of fun showing up to these calls and seeing everybody, and it becomes another benefit that you do not initially think about just because you're able to gather a group of like-minded people together with similar interests that want to do the same things in life. We have a little. So, dude, I think you could crush it. I would encourage you to jump sooner while it feels wildly uncomfortable. And again, it's really darn affordable. Where like, bro, you could spin your wheels for 6 months and give up, and it's like, okay, it was like $60. You know, it's not the end of the world. Just food for thought. Yeah. You're what? You're worried so far? Sweet. Did you use Joey's strategies? Fantastic.
What did I say? I don't remember what I said.
It was like setting up just two angles.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Bro.
That is actually a really good nugget for all these people who do.
This is a gem. Y'all
content.
Pay attention to this one.
So, like we said, we did a project with Jared. He did all the music. There is a company, a sheet music company, that wanted playthrough videos and the sheet music. So what he did was he made the sheet music and then recorded videos. And so they're basically playthrough videos, but they're, what would you call them? They're lip synced. Is that how you?
I don't think he's. They're finger
synced. So what we had him do instead of like a full-fledged music video was just record 2 different takes, different angles, and then if you made a mistake in one of them, odds are you did not make a mistake in the other angle, and then when you're editing, you just flip it to the other one, and so now you have 2 options.
And
if you mess
up in both of them, then you
ideally you don't want to mess up in both.
Put a little peaceful B-roll.
Yeah,
in there.
Put a little time lapse.
Cool. Dude, your music is super complicated. Like his arrangements is like
it's wild.
It's not so like when I play piano, I typically lean into like patterns. So like there's different approaches. I kind of lean into more like the patterns where I know that I'm gonna be able to remember that pattern. With Jared, it's like super like just flowing. Like I don't know how else to say it. Maybe you have a better way to say it. It's
orchestral, is that the?
It's super complicated. Yeah, super complicated. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, there's like an album that I need to go back eventually and do the performance video for, the First Words Fall Short album, and I'm like, bro, I don't even remember playing this. Like I'm gonna have to fake the whole thing. It's just me neck up,
cut off, yeah,
just locking eyes with the camera. Smart move.
Yep.
Smart move. We have a question for you, Jared. Coming from Amy. Jared, how do you record your keys? Live piano or MIDI? Do you have a piano software, i.e. Keyscape? Shout out to Keyscape. I love Keyscape. Nice. Is that the full 88?
The red one.
Is that the full 88 keys? Okay. Yeah, I got the Stage 2EX for travel, but like there's something about having the low notes that's really nice. So I am a little envious. Yeah. Hey, who else? Somebody was just talking about that Spitfire. Which one is it in Spitfire? Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Sweet. Just crank the verb. Yep. Dude.
It's awesome.
This was a good conversation.
Thanks for joining.
Dude, I'm glad you made this one. Yeah, to wrap this up, I would highly encourage you consider making the jump into school sooner than later. I think you could crush it, dude. And if you do that, then we can start to have little powwow sessions with you and ourselves and Green, because we're already meeting with him, talking about his piano community and everything. So it's already top of mind for us. Could be good for you. Sweet. Okay. We'll make it happen.
Thanks, dude.
Anybody have any other thoughts on that? I think I'm good there. Thanks for sharing, bro. Looks like we had a few more people
We have a celebrity.
hop on. Is that a celebrity?
We
in
have a
the
celebrity
house?
that jumped in.
I think there's a celebrity in the house. Do you think he'll talk to us?
Will the real Timmy Sheldon please stand up?
Please stand up. Please stand up. Glad you made it. I wasn't sure you were going to make it tonight.
Speaking of which, do we have a rehearsal, or are we just showing up, or are we just sending it? We're sending it. Okay.
You're playing for VBS too?
Yeah, I'm playing on Thursday.
What the heck?
You guys
Everybody's
are you guys are all welcome.
Gio, are you in the back doing the hand motions again? Oh. Oh, you got demoted? She got demoted.
She's the Nick Cannon. She gets up there and
The MC.
Yeah.
Dude, so I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the community section of the network, but Timmy has had some really good
He's had a roller coaster.
posts that there's technically like 3 that we can get into, which are really, really good. What is this? Oh, Jared, did you post the, oh, sweet. For those of you wondering about the Splice instrumental soft piano pack, that's free. That one's free, yeah? Sweet. There you go, guys. You can go download that. That's gonna be clutch if you want a freebie. Thanks for sharing, Jared. Let's talk about the first post about
Content popping off.
Timmy getting his first video to pop off. It's exciting. Let's get into that.
Is there a code red or what?
The building's on fire. Hype girl?
Wait, you hype people up?
You're a hype girl?
You never hype us
She
up.
never hypes, dude.
Get her out of here.
She's like a hype down girl for me.
Get her. She's a heckler.
Cool. Put some pressure on yourself. Nice. About to hit 30. This is a cool shot.
There's a story arc here. So what happened after this video popped off? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She had a good one. Yep.
What did she say? Here, let's see. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Saw that. Yep. Jason Knight, gotta love the keyboard theologians. Everybody's very confident behind a keyboard. They'll say whatever they want. Here's something to think about though. I've kind of been working through this as well. This like, it's interesting. This need to like defend when people like not being understood the way that you want to be understood. Like at first, it just like gets you so angry because like, no, that wasn't the point of this. Like, why don't you know like. But I'm finding like the longer that I sit in that, it just derails me from creativity and like actually going and like doing more of the stuff to keep everything going. And here's one of the other things, and I know I commented this on your post, but it's this idea that it takes hot and cold air to make a tornado. That tornado being social media success, virality. And something happens when you start to get some arguments going in the comments, start to get some haters, and you don't delete them and you just let them be, it tends to get the algorithms triggered and actually get the video to do better and bigger and go help you go find more of the people that actually resonate with it. So it's kind of funny in a way. Haters can actually be fans in a way. They just don't realize it. They're like helping push the message out. Just something to think about. You waving at me?
Not you. But even if you see like the comments here, it's making your fans love you even more. The fact that you're digging in and like willing to go deep on this subject, and you're making true fans here. And so this is the kind of the Forrest Frank method, where he will turn, these comments and create a subject out of them and then make another video. And it ends up making your fans love you even more.
The guy's a master at that.
He's really good. He's very good at it.
Does this kind of give you some perspective too, though, when everybody's saying, "Oh, no, I want to be the big artist and I want to be the big popular one on social media." We don't think about what that comes with on the flip side, because we think, "Oh, it's great. We have all these fans." Nah, you're going to get haters. Not just like indifferent people, like some people are going to hate on you. And that is a weird thing to realize, that you are polarizing enough to create a fan base and people that don't like you. But man, if you really want to have the impact and the career that you want to, which I assume everybody here does, you got to be willing to lean into that and sit with it and become the next version of yourself that's actually okay with it and maybe even enjoys it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of your favorite, that leads into your advice.
Which one? The
That
one
you-
where
that
I
you
say I
posted.
try to turn him
Yeah.
into a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people just like want the attention, and they're just being mean because they don't know what they're doing.
It's true.
And so if you just give them attention by like
They crumble.
even just responding back to their comment,
They backpedal
even
real
if you're
quick.
not, like if you're not being hateful back.
Yeah.
And one of the things I said, and I think I said this to Sylvia one time when she was talking about, this was maybe a couple months ago, when she got mean comments, is just like try to turn them into a fan. Be like, hey, thanks. Maybe you didn't like this song, but maybe you should try this song. And then go send them into a different song.
Go listen to this one.
Yeah, like, and maybe they will be fans just because you responded to them.
Yeah. Oh, you hate that one too? Go here, try this one.
At the end of the day, it's like when you see the comments, somebody took the time out of their day to like write that. And I'd almost rather have that than zero engagement.
And
Because then people don't care. People
100%.
clearly cared about your song. They either didn't like it or they loved it. It's still engagement.
And one other thing to remember, guys, is nobody ahead of you in life and what you're looking to accomplish is ever going to take the time out of their day to hate on you. It's something really important. Joey and I, you're never going to find us in the comment section
It's
hating on other people.
Mostly us. Going through your guys'
It's just us under fake accounts, just antagonizing Timmy. No, you're never going to find us because it's a waste of time. Why would we take our time and energy and focus to go hate on somebody and pull somebody down from trying to do something that they're meant to do? You know what I mean? Like, that makes zero sense. Joey. Dana said Joey would.
I heckle people by posting random gifs in the comments.
Yeah. That's those are the good ones.
Have you guys ever seen on Instagram the singing gif of the dolphin, the pink dolphin that's crying? Sometimes I'll post that on people's singing videos, and it's just like this giant pink dolphin that's like at the top of their comments.
Guys, next time Timmy drops his next music video, let's spam him with dolphins.
With gifs, singing gifs.
Yeah. But dude, it is good to see you going all in on the content. Like, mad respect. Way to lean into that. Violent worship lyrics.
Violent worship lyrics. Very active.
Is that a genre? Is that a subgenre of
I mean,
worship?
he could-
Violent worship?
He could take that over, yeah.
Yeah. Hey Timmy, we haven't told you this yet, but we have a surprise for you.
I think we might have told him.
Did we
about
tell you?
this.
Did Gio tell you? Gio told you. Joey
I
told
think
you.
I told him about this.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
had to be there.
okay.
You had to be
Then
there.
I
We
wasn't
were,
there.
we were on the worship team this past weekend together.
Ah,
so,
you spilled the beans already. Okay.
yeah.
We're gonna. He was working on a praise house song with us from last year, probably last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Been that long.
but we decided we're gonna cut that one with anthem worship and mass anthem and Timmy. It's gonna be a good one.
Then we're gonna get all the haters.
And we're going to get as much hate as we possibly can.
Hey,
Get the sloppy wet
you can blame
kiss
us.
crowd.
Again, there's people that love the sloppy wet kiss part, and then there's people that absolutely hate it.
Yep. Yep.
Can't win.
Where do you guys land? Let us know in the comments. Are you a sloppy wet kiss or a what's the other one?
Unforeseen.
Unforeseen. Yeah, Amy. Yep. Dana.
It's art.
Unforeseen is like, gotcha. Shoot, dude.
He's asking if you would style him. And I think you would.
It's a good answer.
Just be
Respect.
you.
Yeah, I think you just gotta own it, man.
Just got to own it.
Own who you are. That's good advice. Well, good to see. Good to see you going all in, dude. Like seeing the content pop off. I hear we're gonna potentially do something cool with the song at your church, like a live band effect or something. That'd be cool.
Content.
Talk about getting creative with the content, guys. This is what we mean.
He's the guy.
There's one more post that you had in the community that I think is worth chatting about. Hey, looks like Alex popping into the call. Welcome, Mr. Zimmerman.
This is a great time for him to join.
This is actually the perfect
This is a fantastic time for him to join.
I'm going to read Timmy's post. Throw him to the screen, por favor. Nice. Labels and contracts. Bringing up a question I feel like some of us may want to ask or know for the future. I have had a few opportunities to potentially sign with some labels since being in Nashville, but I don't know if it's right for me or how to even tell if it's a good contract. How can you tell if it's a good deal or a contract, and who should you stay away from? We decided to save that one for the call because that is a heater. Could we get a little more information around these opportunities to sign with labels?
What kind of deal are we talking about here?
Yep.
He's not a nepo. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's gonna say that's the best answer that have you ever
You're so right.
I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah. Yeah. How many of you on this call does that resonate with? How many of you have wondered this same thing or been thinking this same thing regarding contracts and potential label deals? Just like a raise of hand, maybe. A little raise of hand emoji. How many other people? Yeah. This seems to be a pretty common one.
I'm gonna be real because I know your brand and your writing style. If you were to sign any deal with any label, it better be a darn creative label because you will get squashed in a tiny little box creatively. And I know for a fact, knowing you, it's not the kind of box that you want to be in, like at all.
What now?
Because you are very creative with your lyrics. And I know a lot of traditional labels that would probably want you to fit the formula.
And let's give a perspective of their, I guess let's offer a view into their perspective of why that would be.
Mm-hmm.
Why would a label want to box you in and not have you coloring outside of the lines, so to speak? Well, it really, guys, does come down to investment. So they're going to say, all right, we're going to put this amount of money into the project. What is the likelihood that we can first get that money back and then also make money off of it, off of all the time and energy that we all put into it? That is how they're thinking. Now, obviously, if you get into Christian labels as well, there is an element beyond that. But at the end of the day, they're a business. And if you look at most of these Christian labels, dude, have you looked at who they're owned by? Have you looked at the label above them that they're just a subsidiary of? And have you followed that all the way to the top? To the big three, Sony, Warner, Universal. It's actually pretty wild once you get on that rabbit trail, guys. We learned that over the last couple of years of like, oh my gosh, this big label? Yep. Okay, they're owned by one of the big three.
And we've been in situations where we've thought both ways. We've thought as an artist and we've thought as a label.
Yeah.
Because putting in your guys' shoes, if you had to spend $50,000 or $100,000 on somebody's project, you want to make sure you make money off of that. That better be dang worth it.
You can only miss
$100,000. It better be worth it.
You can only miss that so many times. You know,
so
you whiff that once, that hurts.
You're essentially making a bet on somebody's creativity and livelihood and everything. And so I could see it from the other angle, being a company that has spent, what was the most we ever spent on a project? Like 40K?
Somewhere on there, yeah.
That was the most we ever spent on a project ever. And that was acting as the label.
Yeah.
That wasn't us back in the day. We were like, we will take this bet on this project because we believe in this project. And it's thinking about it from that way, we're thinking, okay, are the songs well written? Is it well produced? Is there a marketing plan? Is it going, like, we're doing the math in our heads. And that's just us as a small label. Bigger labels think a little bit differently. We talked about this earlier where they'll sign 10, 20 artists and then drop most of them because they're trying to get rid of a little bit of money.
Or they'll bet on one or two making it to
there's
make up
games
for
being
else.
played, but
it's like how with an album, guys, you'll release the album. It's like typically there's one song that will stand out and you go all in on that one and that recoups the album. And all the other songs, they're kind of losses to find that song and support that song. Labels do that as well. They'll say, hey, we're going to sign 10 artists this year, 10 new artists. We're going to bet on 2 of them making it that we can go all in on, and the rest kind of get shelved. So that's the game. You want to be really intentional who you decide to sign with, guys. You better have some like rock solid proof of relationship and knowing what you are signing. So that's the first element, is just like knowing what that deal looks like, because now we could get into a little bit of the contracts themselves, Timmy, because this might be good for you. Number one, you're going to want to know what an option is. Any of you know familiar with what an option is in a contract? So it is a little clause in there that's going to say, hey, after this album is complete, we have the option to do this X more times under the same exact deal. And if you sign that contract and you get done with that album and you're like, I don't really want to do this anymore, they might just be like, well, actually we do. So it's happening because you signed a contract, AKA they get to renew this for, if it's a 2 option, they get 2 more rounds. If it's 1 option, they get 1 more round. But think about the time delay here, because this is exactly what you were saying, Timmy, where you've got friends who are in deals that want to get out. They can't do the creative thing until they get out of the deal, because guess what? They've got options on their contract, meaning they have to fulfill them. And if the label's like, no, we still want to take another round with you. Well, here we go again. Got to finish that out before you finally get to the end and you say, okay, I want to be done now.
And then if you were exclusively signed to us as an artist and we were the label, and at any point we decided just not to move forward with the projects, we could shelf your projects whenever we wanted to.
That's what happens
and
a
then
lot.
You never get to release music during your time. We can like halt your projects if we wanted to. And you
not
lose.
Us, by the way. That's not how we roll.
No,
but in this metaphor, in this analogy,
I'm saying like the other thing too, like it could be a great thing. Like you might have had your first album pop off like really well, and we're like, we're just gonna ride that for as long as we want to, and you're not gonna release music for the next 3 years until that album dies.
You're gonna tour that thing until it falls over. Why? Because it takes X amount of dollars and work to get that thing at that level. Or here's another example. You finally get a song to go to radio. Well, guess what? You finally got into radio. The next album, they're not going to risk pushing another one that could bump that one out. Oh, you know, like they don't want another song of yours to compete or kick that other one off, if that makes sense. So it's like, we're just going to let it ride. We're just going to going to milk that thing, and you might be performing that song for a lot of years. But you got to be okay with it, because then it's like, well, I wanted a song to pop off. I wanted the career. I just give up the creative freedom. So that is the balance. It's like, if you bring on a label, bring on a team, investors, partners is what they are. If they're putting money to finance the thing and bringing their business and their relationships and their time and their energy in, you now have business partners, and that costs something. And usually that comes in the form of creativity. Thoughts on any of that?
And the other thing too, I think we were talking, Timmy and I, about possible like publishing deals, like writers deals, getting signed to a publisher as a writer. That's another box, because now somebody's paying you an advance, and you have to show up, and they tell you to be creative when they want you to be creative. And you will write with these people at this time and have this many songs that we want. Like, it now becomes very transactional with your music. Go be creative, go do it. And now it's like, now you feel forced. Like you have to produce a certain amount of songs a month or a week or whatever. It's like clocking in.
Yeah.
But again, like even those deals are not fair. Like you might have gotten a $50,000 advance or something, but like they have to make all that money back. And a lot of them are written in a way for that never to recoup.
Yes. So let's talk about that for a second, because this is one of, I would say, the most important things in contracts, guys, is to look out for the type of recoupment that they are doing. Now, here's an example. Let's say you get signed to a legit deal. They put $100,000 behind you for a project, the branding, the marketing, the thing, right? The big debut, the launch. And you sign this thing, and we're going to say that you signed a 90-10 deal, meaning you're going to give away 90% of the revenue and get 10%. This is not unheard of. I know that sounds insane. It sounds crazy to us too. But that's a thing in the industry. But here's the thing, guys. This is the kicker, and this is what you need to know. What are they recouping off of? Are they recouping off your artist cut, or their artist cut, or their royalty, or the thing is the whole? What are the rules? Because this is where a lot of labels and like pretty sketchy deals happen. They'll say, "Oh yeah, okay, we'll call it a 90-10, whatever," but you have to recoup that $100,000 off of just your 10% royalty. Meaning, you don't have to recoup $100,000, guys. You have to recoup $1 million just to get out of the hole, out of the red, to start getting paid. But the thing is, if there is now an option on that contract, the second that next album, or the second that album, that project is about ready to break even, they could, if they want to, say, all right, now we're going to exercise the option for the next album. And if the deal is set up that it's all lumped together for recoupment, well, congrats, you're in another $100,000 of debt, and now you have to recoup another $1 million, meaning they can keep making money off that project and kind of like keep you. And this is how a lot of artists get stuck and get shelved, because they do not know what that looks like, how to spot that in a contract, and then they get trapped.
Plus, if the song does well and they want to keep marketing it, they can just dump more marketing money on it, and that gets added to your total. So
let's say you finally have a song that's starting to pop, and it's about to finally like recoup everything, and they're like, nope, we're gonna dump another $30,000 into marketing on this. Well, congrats. Now you have to recoup 30 times 10, another $300,000 because they want to push it more. And don't get me wrong, there might be benefits here, guys. They might be able to get you on the tours. They might find ways for you to make money on the tours, or like your status, your audience, like things are going to grow. There might be benefits, but you just need to know you might be stuck. You know, you might not be the one that gets to call the shots here.
And then where that puts you in is you either run out of money from your advance and you need more money so they can loan you more money just for you to live off of, or that plus touring is your only hope of making an income at that point. Until that full project recoups, then you're making money off your royalties.
And we have talked with lots of managers in the space, lots of artists in the space who, in Christian music, by the way, guys, with these shiny record deals that everybody wants, right, that they dangle in front of you, where they are in so much debt that they don't even try to get out of it anymore. They just say, well, we might as well keep going and use them for funding for the next project and try to make all of our money off of touring and merchandise. Big artists, like artists that get a lot of radio play, are in that situation. And it's like, on one hand, cool, they have their dream career, but on the other hand, it's like, what would have happened if you would have learned the industry, learned the rules of the game, spent years learning how to create leverage, build all this stuff up yourself so that when you do potentially sign a deal, you have leverage to get a much better deal and you know what to look out for. So this is the dangers of jumping into contracts agreements that are long-term too early on in your career. Because if you don't have enough leverage, you're not getting as good of a deal. That's it. That's the game.
But talking about leverage, and if Alex is available, he would speak into this too. But especially with social media, and if you can build up your leverage through social media, your streaming, what is becoming more and more popular are licensing deals, to where you own all your music, but you license them to a major label and they still work their magic on the music, versus them just owning all of your music outright, like a traditional label deal.
Any thoughts on this, Alex? If you are free washing dishes? He might not be.
He might be not. Is he?
Bummer.
And that was just label and publishing deals. We haven't talked about distribution deals. We haven't talked about management. There are so many different ways that artists get tripped up with different people.
And guys, these aren't just little things. Like, for example, these are errors that if you make early on in your career, they aren't just, oh, it's fine, I'll get out of it. It's, this might cost you the next 5 or 10 years of your career if you can't get out of it. Or this might cost you a really, really big paycheck that you have to give to them and go take out a loan from the bank to get out of the deal, but now you're in debt over here. This is why the network is so valuable and so important. If you guys are ever getting offers or opportunities to sign deals and contracts, stuff like this, bring it to us. Let us see it. We'll review it. We're happy to. That's why the network exists. We'll tell you what we think. And this is the very reason, guys, why we have set up our record deals that we make with artists to be significantly different. Like, infinitely more power to the artists. Not pulling any of this sketchy stuff, these crazy recoupments, anything like that. Like, this is why we've been the artists, right? We're like, we don't want that deal. We'd prefer this deal where everybody gets to win and have more flexibility. So just something to think about if you guys ever do get an offer. I would encourage you to make a post about it and ask us to look it over. Any thoughts on contracts? It's a good chat. It's a good topic. Yeah. Good. And I think the key here, guys, is knowledge is power. If you know what to look for, you don't have anything to worry about, right? Just take your time, review things. You're in a network of other people that'll help you out, right? So that's the thing. It's like, if you do get offers, you don't necessarily have to approach them with fear, but you do have to be aware of how the world works, and that this music industry, you are swimming with some sharks, and they don't always look like sharks. Sometimes they look like friendly little dolphins, and then they get close and they're a shark. There's blood in the water.
And we've been talking only about Christian music.
This is just Christian
This is
music.
Christian music, guys. This isn't.
We haven't even gotten into some of the crazy stuff that happens where the Christian label decides to not pay out the advances that they agreed to and not keep up with their royalty payouts. And now they've got their artist bringing lawsuits against them, and they're going to make the artist spend a ton of money and fight them in court to get the things enforced back. Like, guys, this is Christian music. Mind-blowing. So just be really, really intentional. And the whole point of this network, guys, is we're giving you all the tools and the knowledge and the power. You can have a very successful independent career if you learn the business side of things, the streaming side of things, the marketing side of things, all this stuff that we're weaving together in this course curriculum. You can do it yourself. You can have 1 million monthly listeners yourself. You can have a project pop off yourself without having to do this stuff. So you just have to decide, to choose your hard, as they say. Choose your hard. What's harder? Putting in some work now, challenging yourself, becoming a better version of yourself, learning to push yourself and learning marketing and the stream platforms and all this stuff. Yeah, that's hard. That's difficult. Or delay the hard, sign the wrong deal, and now your hard is you're locked into a deal that might derail your whole career. Choose your hard. Which one? Which one do you want? I'll tell you which one we chose. We chose the first. So good stuff. Anybody else getting deals sent their way? They're having to look at. We have a fun fact. We have what's called an Anthem clause. Have we ever told them about that? Or some of our artists, after they popped off with one of our projects and then other labels wanted to get involved too, we have an Anthem clause where a paragraph is written in that at any point they can always collaborate with us outside of their contract, no matter what. It's kind of cool. So you can get creative. And this is the last point that I want to bring up about contracts, guys. The rules are, there kind of are no rules. Everything is negotiable. You think that, oh, this is the deal, I have to take that deal that they offered me. No, everything is negotiable. Right? And that right here, I think we just got, Jared, don't be afraid to ask for something either. You don't just have to say yes or no immediately. If you want to ask for a better split, do it. The worst they can say is no. You never know what you can get. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So just keep that in mind. We'll have to cut this one up and put it in the contract section. Of course, once we.
I can give another example about real estate that I picked up. So my parents are in a neighborhood where they got letters from basically just like house flippers.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's kind of similar, it runs in parallel to the music industry. House flippers will send letters completely lowballing, chopping at the knees of what the house is actually worth. And the thing is, they'll send 100,000 of them out, and they only need a handful to really make their money. So when you buy something that's like half the cost, let's say you buy a $500,000 house that you lowballed them at 200,000. Well, if they get that deal, you already made that much money like immediately.
Yeah.
So think about it like that, where they're just playing the law of averages. So the labels are doing the same thing. They can do the same thing. Managers can do the same thing. Distributors are doing the same thing. It's like they just need a couple suckers that don't know what they're talking about, that think they deserve more than what they bring to the table to sign that deal. Like, there are people that just exist to be like predatory like that, and it's the same type of thing. That's why you have to know what's a fair split, what a recoup structure typically looks like.
And what leverages?
What do you bring to the table? What are actual metrics in your music or your social media or your streaming or your cash flow or like whatever? Like, how do you bring that to the table to get a better deal? And the more you sound like you know what you're talking about, the better deals and better offers you're going to get.
Facts. And again, this was just a conversation around record deals. We didn't get into management deals. We didn't get into distribution deals. So we can talk more about that maybe another time.
This was a very negative note to end this call on.
Everybody be afraid.
Go team.
I need some ice cream. I need to go get some ice cream. We need enough people in the Nashville area so we can go get ice cream after these calls. That would be ideal. One more question for you guys before we wrap. Is there anything that you are hoping to see in the course curriculum that is not currently available? We are currently reworking the social media course, adding a lot of cool stuff into there to beef that thing up. And we're still working on the internal foundations around belief systems, how that impacts your career. Those are in the works right now. Is there anything else that you guys are like, yo, it'd be cool to get more support on this thing, because one of the benefits is you being in the network, we are building the curriculum around your guys' needs in real time. Info on sync licensing would be cool. Okay. We've got a little bit on that in the funding course, I believe, Jared. If you go through that, we get a little bit into like microsync and normal sync deals, but we don't have a dedicated section built yet on that. But there, we could go deep on that and like what it looked, the popular companies and what it looks like to do those. Okay, that's a great idea. And for you too, Jared, like sheet music and stuff like that, it could be a great opportunity. Cool. Well, I guess we'll wrap it there, guys. Hopefully you all got more value than the time you took to hang out with us.
Great chat. Thanks for hanging. Go.
Go